For 10,000 years, the immortal Night Elves cultivated a druidic society within the shadowed recesses of Ashenvale Forest. Yet recently, the catastrophic invasion of the Burning Legion shattered the tranquility of their ancient civilization. Led by the Arch-Druid Malfurion Stormrage and the Priestess Tyrande Whisperwind, the mighty Night Elves rose to challenge the demonic onslaught. Though victorious, the Night Elves were forced to sacrifice their cherished immortality and watch their beloved forests burn. Seeking to regain their immortality, a number of wayward druids conspired to plant a special tree that would link their spirits to the eternal world. Despite Malfurion's warnings that nature would never bless such a selfish act, the druids planted the great tree Teldrassil off the stormy coasts of northern Kalimdor. Within the twilight boughs of the colossal tree, the wondrous city of Darnassus took root. However, the great tree was not consecrated with nature's blessing, and soon fell prey to the corruption of the Burning Legion. Now the wildlife, and even the limbs of the great tree itself, are tainted by a growing darkness. As one of the few Night Elves still left in the world, it is your sworn duty to defend Darnassus and the wild children of nature against the Legion's encroaching corruption.
Hey everybody, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade Classic. Thank you for clicking on the video. Thank you for being here. This is going to be the start of our Night Elf Druid playthrough. We are going to be leveling up as a Night Elf Druid. If you're new to the channel, I tend to go for immersion and just having a relaxing time in Azeroth, exploring the world. I do tend to read all of the quests, or at least most of them, and the interesting bits. And yeah, the only add-on that I'll be using for this playthrough is going to be the Questie add-on. I feel like this helps us a lot when it comes to finding the out-of-the-way quest in the world that we might otherwise miss. Other than that, it'll be an add-on free run. And yeah, I'm going to have the music turned up, the ambience up, and I really like to have just a chill time exploring the world that we love. For this playthrough, it's probably going to be a feral druid. That's probably what we're going to spec into when the time comes. Do a little bit of tanking and then venture through the world as a cat. Doing DPS that way. Greetings, I am Conservator Ithilane. My purpose in Shadowglen is to ensure that the balance of nature is maintained. The spring rains were particularly heavy this year, causing some of the forest beasts to flourish while others suffered. Unfortunately, the Night Saber and Thistleboar populations grew too large. Shadowglen can only produce so much food for the beast. Journey forth, young druid, and thin the boar and saber population so that nature's harmony will be preserved. Alright, all we have right away is Wrath for our damaging spell. We have Healing Touch, and we have our auto attack and Shadow Meld, our racial ability to become invisible. We can't do much in this state besides skulk around, but it could come in handy at times. Let's go ahead and go into the interface here and change a couple of things. Firstly, we want to get auto loot turned on, and then we're going to turn on our bottom action bars. Let's see. There we go. And that should be good for the time being. Let's get going here and see what we can do with our Wrath spell. That's an interesting way to cast. She like balances up on one foot. I don't think I've ever noticed the female Night Elf casting animation before. We are out of mana. I like how she holds the staff. That's actually cool. For anybody interested, we are on Pagel. Pagel is a US East Burning Crusade Classic server. because US East is the time zone that I am in. It's mostly an Alliance server. It's like 80 to 90% Alliance, and it's high population, and I'm hoping that the combination of that would allow us conceivably to get into dungeon runs and things like that as we level up. I also hope it means that we'll run into other players. Not many people leveling up a Night Elf here today, but then again, it is 11 o'clock in the morning. We could take this other quest here, but I think I'm going to hold off until we finish our initial quest. Need a bunch of Night Sabers. What has drawn me to the Druid is the ability to be a healer, a tank, and to be able to do DPS out in the world while questing. We are going to be focusing more so on the feral side of things, so we're going to be hopefully tanking dungeons and spending a lot of our time in cat form once we get that going. But we'll also be able to do things like heal, so that would require a separate set of gear, but it would be a possibility for us. And this will be the first time that I'm playing through this area with Questie, so I'm really curious to see if there are any quests here that maybe I've never done before. Every time I go into a new zone with the Questie add-on, I find quests that I haven't seen, and I've been playing World of Warcraft since Burning Crusade originally came out, so over 15 years. Leveled plenty of characters in that time, and I still come across quests that I have never seen before, which I think is awesome. We're going to take the leather. We're going for leather gear. It's the only level of gear that we'll ever be able to equip. We don't get chain or anything like that. We will be looking for leather. For our build, we're going to be looking for agility, stamina, and maybe some strength too, I guess. I guess as a bear, we would be benefiting from strength. Verdant Sigil. This sigil was given to me by a messenger from our Druid Trainer. It seems Mardant would have words with you when you have a moment.
May the stars guide you.
And the balance of nature. Thinning the younger population of creatures here in Shadowglen was a good start. But there is still work to be done. The resources of the forest will be depleted too quickly if the problem is not addressed. Killing nature's beast is a necessary evil for the good of all who share the land. Venture into the forest and slay mangy night sabers and thistleboars in the name of balance. Alright, let's come over here now to the building. And we'll pick up the quest here, and we'll go pay a little visit to our trainer. We do need to sell the stuff in our inventory. Let's equip what we can first, the bracers and the gloves. This will give us some more armor for the time being. More than the novice's robes that we started in. And we'll hopefully get that upgraded soon. Thank goodness you are here, Druid. Strange news has traveled to me through the whispering of the forest spirits. The mysterious woodland protector, Tarandrella, has returned to Shadowglen. The Dryad's presence has not been felt in the forest of Kalimdor in years. Something is surely amiss if she has journeyed back to this land. Alright, we will seek her out. Our trainer is up. Up could be in a couple of different directions. Let's go to a vendor and we can sell stuff in our inventory. Well, I guess we're gonna go up to the second floor. They're not here either. Can Robert find the Druid Trainer? Probably. You'd think it wouldn't be that hard. Is there an outside path up? Yeah, there's an outside ramp. I guess that's where we're gonna go. I kind of prefer my trainer to be easily accessible, but that doesn't seem like it's gonna be the case. Love the music here. Let me know, guys, if the music volumes need to be adjusted at all. I think I have everything essentially where it needs to be. Let's go into settings. Seems good, but if we need to make anything a little bit louder, we can definitely do that. Just let me know. Here we go. Yep, he's hanging out all the way up here. Ah, young druid, I see you're eager to continue your studies. Good. I wonder, have you spent much time in the Emerald Dream lately? Perhaps you're not prepared for that yet. In time, I'm sure. But until then, we should discuss other matters. I will be your mentor and guide for now. It is my duty to teach you how to interpret not only what the spirits communicate to us, but also the complexities and secrets of the Emerald Dream. As you learn and grow in power, you will learn more of our sleeping trance. But until then, return to me as often as you like, and I will teach you what I can.
Good luck, friend.
Alright, we can learn Mark of the Wild, which is a buff. It's going to increase the friendly target's armor by 25 for 30 minutes.
Farewell.
Let's pull that out over here. We'll make it a clickable. And we'll go ahead and buff ourselves with that. Alright, that's all he has for us for the time being. Let's take a look at our objectives here. We have many things to do. Jumping down from here, well, we didn't die, so that's good. Let's run over here and grab the quest that's right nearby and see what that's about, and then we'll go to the north a little bit and work on fighting the Night Sabers and the Thistleboar. A good friend of mine named Ivaron usually visits me at the same time every day. The strange thing is that he hasn't been by today at all. It's several hours late, in fact. I admit I'm a little worried. Ivaron spends a lot of time over by the cave to the north, and I'm sure you know how dangerous it is there. Spiders everywhere.
Farewell.
Why is the guy hanging out over by a known spider cave? Seems like a strange way to pass your time. We don't need young Night Sabers. We need mangy ones. Like this one here. And while we're doing this, we might also swing over here and see what Ivaron's up to. It's likely that he'll want us to fight some spiders for him, and we'll have to see what level that stuff is when we get over there. I like that we're pretty capable with a staff. Even though we don't have a huge mana pool, we can't cast a lot of spells, it really doesn't matter at this level. We can deal enough damage with the staff to put things down. And that's pretty cool. And the staff animations are actually really good. And that's level 3. No new abilities yet. We'll learn our new abilities every 2 levels, and we'll have to be going back frequently to make sure we have the newest and best abilities at our disposal. I've played a druid at low levels a couple of times, but I honestly don't remember at what point we get our shapeshift forms. Part of me just says it's probably level 10, but I don't know if that's right or not. Maybe we get one of the shapeshift forms and we get the second one at level 10. I guess we'll find out pretty soon. Let's keep continuing a little bit to the west here. We do want to make our way over to Iveron. See what trouble he's gotten himself into. We don't need any more of the Night Sabers. Now we're just concerned with Thistleborers, and we only need one more of those as well. So this will be the last one. Now it looks like he's not in the cave, he is near the cave. So they're not actually sending us into the cave yet. These guys are level 3, and we are level 3, so we're not out-leveled here. We could fight the spiders if we have to. We may have to fight at least 1 or 2 of them to get back to Iveron if I'm reading the situation right. Let's go ahead and let's fight this one here to clear him out of the way. Oh, he's level 4. See how we do with this. We're gonna cast for the most part here. Let's get a little heal off on ourselves. It's really nice that we do start off with a heal. I'm going to try to avoid these guys because I feel like he's probably going to give us a quest to fight them. I'm so glad you found me. How did you know I was here? I was bitten very badly by a spider named Githis the Vile while exploring the spider cave very close to here. I am sure I have been seriously poisoned. You must... I am sure... He's like... That's kind of funny. I am sure I have been seriously poisoned. Please tell Dariana she will be able to help. Okay, so we're not going into the cave yet. We're going to go back. Let's just go ahead and use our Hearthstone. I never used my Hearth early on. You know, we're really close by. But then it's like, if I never use it, what's the point of saving it? I just should probably use it a little bit more often. It's on an hour cooldown, so kind of like a once a day thing.
I'm listening.
The balance of nature. You've proven your dedication to nature. A young druid like yourself has a promising future. I certainly hope so. Maybe we will be Wrath of the Lich King bound if we're really lucky and really good. Alright. That's all he has for us. Let's come over here behind us.
What is nature's call?
I see you found me. Malithar is a wise druid to have sent you. Something evil is brewing in the forest of Teldrassil. Look along the hills to where the peaceful Verbolgs used to dwell. They have deserted their homes and are amassing under the name of the Gnarlpine tribe. Only the corruption of wicked Felmoss could cause such a transformation. The Grells and Grelkin have infested the area and are threatening the residents of Shadowglen. Engage these Grells and Grelkin and see if they are indeed caught under the influence of wicked Felmoss. Okay, we do want to go over to Iveron's friend and let her know what's going on. We also have a quest to pick up over here. Webwood Venom. Let's grab this one first. It's probably going to send us back towards the Spider Cave, and I feel like Durania's quest will also send us back that way. I came to Shadowglen to observe the webwood spiders that dwell in the Shadowthread Cave. They are cousin to a much smaller variety of spider. I believe the World Tree has had a profound effect on them, and I would like specimens to study to confirm this. First, I would like some of their venom. Gather webwood venom sacs from the spiders in and around the Shadowthread Cave to the north. I can examine them for similarities with their smaller cousins' venom.
Goodbye.
Okay. They talk about this looming, like, shadow, this corruption around Teldrassil, and how Teldrassil was never blessed to be grown in the first place. I wonder if in the lore that ever gets resolved. I really don't know. I mean, eventually it gets resolved because, you know, Sylvanas burns the thing down. But we're just not going to think about that. Oh dear, I was wondering why I hadn't seen Iveron yet today, and I've always warned him about those spiders. We may be able to help him, as I know of an antidote that should help with the poison. It requires some ingredients, though, before I can make it. I need Hyacinth Mushrooms. You can find these growing under trees, or you may collect them from the Grell south of here. They seem to have taken a liking to them. I'll also need Moon Petal Lilies, which only grow around watery pools. The last ingredient may prove the most difficult. From the very spiders that poison Iveron, collect Webwood Ichor. Okay.
Good luck, friend.
Alright. And down here is another quest, but it's Dalinar Delivery. That's going to be a quest we take when we head to the next little questing area. I think we just make our path back towards the cave, collecting everything that we can find along the way. And that should work out pretty well. Moon Petal Lilies are going to grow around water. I don't necessarily see a lot of water on the map, but I think there's a small lake just to the north of us here that we can check out. And she said the Grell can drop those, and we also need Felmoss off of the Grell, so maybe we won't keep looking too much for the mushrooms. Let's go fight some of these Grell and see where that gets us. There's definitely a lot of them here, but they're not aggressive, so we're not really in any danger. I feel like the thing about the Druid to keep in mind is that it's definitely a slower start than most of the other classes, I feel like. I feel like maybe the Priest and the Druid have the slower starts. Like, right now we're kind of in danger here. We need to stop for a moment. Let's go ahead and drink to get our mana back, and we'll eat an apple to get some of our health back. But I feel like as we level up and progress, especially once we are in our beast modes, then things are going to speed up significantly. So we won't have to worry about mana for very long, but mana is something that we'll have to consider early on here. They're definitely dropping both items pretty often, so yeah, I think fighting them before spending too much time looking around the trees was definitely a good idea. Next time we're back in town, we're probably actually gonna buy some more water. It's gonna be necessary. That's level 4. I think as soon as we finish up with the Fell Moss, I think I want to run back and train. I don't think I want to keep pushing until we get our new abilities. Let's finish up with the Grelkin and then we'll run back. That's all the Hyacinth we need. We need one more Fell Moss.
is in trouble. My goods are of the highest quality. May the stars guide you.
Alright, we've got our water. 11 should be good. It's not a lot. I don't want to spend too much coin on water early on. Especially because I don't know how many abilities we're going to have, and I don't know how expensive those abilities are going to be. So we do need to conserve a little bit of our cash.
What brings you here?
We're going to get Moonfire and Rejuvenation, and yeah, we're going to be broke after that, so that's how that is going to feel. Rejuvenation is going to heal us over time. We're going to heal 32 over the course of a few seconds here. 12 seconds. Let's put that over here for now. And then Moonfire burns the enemy for 7 to 9 arcane damage, then an additional 12 damage over 9 seconds. Can put that here for now. I do have an MMO mouse that has 12 buttons that I can reach with my thumb, and the F keys that you see here are actually bound to those mouse buttons, so they're really, really easy for me to hit. I'm not actually hitting the F1 keys above the keyboard, I'm using the mouse. And I guess that just leaves us heading north. Yeah, they didn't really want to let me jump off of that, did they? Alright, now we could start on the outside. We might as well start working on them out here. We are going to have to fight through the cave, but we need 10 items and then the one unique item. Hoping that Moonfire will help us out a little bit with some damage, but yeah, it's not a lot of damage, and it's a really short duration on the damage over time. We can use Rejuve on ourselves to kind of heal between fights a little bit. That's still going to cost us a small chunk of mana though. 25 mana for that, so yeah, we're not going to cast that unless we absolutely have to. Healing Touch is also 25 mana. We got the Webwood Ichor, so now we're really just working on getting 10 of the Venom Sacs. We might not have to go deeply into this cave at all, to be honest. We aren't tasked with fighting the named spider yet, so I don't think we go back into the cave until and unless we get sent back for that reason. It's a good time to use some of the water that we bought. And I think I'm going to work on the ones that are outside of the cave first. If we finish all of those off and there aren't any respawns left to work on, then we'll go inside the cave to get the rest of what we need. But I think for now, fighting the ones out here is going to be best. I wanted to drink, that one was coming right for us though. That was a big resist there. And we only need one more. I see our next victim over here. He did not drop an item for us. How rude. He wants to make us go into the cave. Okay, well, we might have to pop our heads in there. Oh, here we go. Well, we've got respawns, so that's good. It's a nice view of the tree from here. Okay, that is 10 out of 10. Let us head back. Mark of the Wild is about to expire. Let's get that going again.
Greetings.
Ishnu Allah. Farewell. How may I help? Be careful.
How may I help? Next minute.
Yeah, a little weird that they would name drop the main spider that's in the back of this cave, but that we don't get a quest to take it out. A little bit weird. This is quite an expansive little cave that they've got going on in here too. Could wish that we had more to do in here. Now, I think it's going to be up top, so I think maybe we want to go around this way. Oh, there's a corpse of a player. That's sad. A lot of druids on, as you might expect. It's nice to see people still leveling up. That's why I like highly populated servers, playing on the right faction. You're actually still coming across a lot of people who are leveling. That number will probably go up if we get a Wrath of the Lich King Classic announcement, you know, sometime in the near future. On April 19th, they're going to be announcing the next expansion for retail, so I'm kind of hopeful that we probably won't see a reveal on the same day of both Wrath Classic and the new retail expansion. That probably won't happen. You really wouldn't want to detract or distract from a new retail announcement. So maybe we'll get a Wrath announcement after that. I would love to get a Wrath announcement before that, but that's just because right now I am much more invested in Classic than I am in retail, thanks to the Shadowlands expansion being what it is, and we don't really need to talk about what it is here too much. But yeah, we'll see. No doubt by the end of April, sometime in May, we'll know about Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and that'll be an exciting time. Wrath is probably my favorite expansion. It was my heyday of raiding and doing endgame stuff, and I'm really looking forward to it. And it'll probably be kind of a challenge to decide, you know, what character goes into Wrath first. But it would be cool if it was something like a Druid. I remember healing Ulduar 10-man hard modes on a Druid, and that was amazing. That was a lot of fun healing, trying to keep hots on everybody. It was a really good time. Oh, we chose poorly. Okay, so maybe we just jump down here and take the ramp up. That could have ended badly. We could have ended up with 2 of these spiders on us, and I am not sure if we can handle 2 enemies at this level or not. There's P.O.P. He got his body back, and he's trying again here. Level 4 Night Elf Warrior. Let's drink a bit. Normally I'd have some coffee while we were drinking, but my coffee is sadly cold. Sadly has become less than even room temperature. Well, I guess it can't be less than room temperature. It has become room temperature, which is disgustingly cold. Let's see what's around the corner here. Somewhere in here there's a big named spider, but maybe it's back this way still. This might have been a good time to save our Hearthstone. That's kind of what I'm thinking to myself now. Like, in this first hour or so of gameplay, now would have been a good time to Hearth out. If we don't take too long, we might be able to run out. It's possible that this warrior has cleared the way a little bit. Well, there she is. We don't have a quest for her, but we're going to take her out anyway, because she is standing right in front of the eggs that we need. Alright, we'll grab the egg and then we should be able to jump down right here, and at least a part of the way looks clear. And I'm hoping this will take us right out. Yeah, there we go. We got lucky. There's not a ton of respawns up. Actually, there are no respawns up inside. Oh, he's fighting his way. He must not be in here for the egg. He must just be doing the item quest in here. So yeah, I appreciate the fact that he basically cleared the way out for us. Yeah, man, this zone, it has some of the best, like, background music just to kind of get immersed in. I really do love it. I really hope for World of Warcraft 10.0 they go back to making zones that really feel like part of the world the way this does. And that don't feel like tightly designed platformer levels that you're kind of following trails and jumping and working with all the verticality of the zone. I don't enjoy that as much as more open zones that just feel like they're part of a world.
How may I help?
Very good, I will have this egg and the venom transported to Darnassus, then return there when my studies are done here. Okay, let's grab a new tunic. I almost went for the robe, but then I realized no, we are a druid, and we wear leather. Stellanora, is it? I heard that Teneron has been asking for you. You'll find him in the highest room atop Eldrassil. We may live long lives, but it's best you not keep him waiting too long. Alright, well there's what our pants look like. They're more like shorts than anything else, I would say. Okay, let's make our way to the top here, like he said. We're not level 6 yet, so we don't need to visit our trainer just yet. But we will run all the way up here and see what's next for us. I think we're going to be leaving Shadowglen pretty soon. I think you leave around level 5 or level 6, so he might be sending us onward to Dalinar. Which would be good. Oh, we don't need to come here. I just said that. I was hoping you'd be prompt in answering my summons. I have an important task that I would like you to perform. Crown of the Earth. It is time for you to set out to seek your destiny, but before you are ready to set out into the world beyond our enchanted forest, there is much you must learn about our recent history. Much has changed with our people since the Battle of Mount Hyjal. Nordrassil lies a pale shadow of what it once was, its power used to defeat Archimonde and drive back the Burning Legion. There is a task you must perform. Go to the Moonwell north of Eldrassil and return to me a phial of its water. Archimond? Probably not Archimonde. That's going to be to the north. Now, can we survive this jump? Oh, okay. We can survive that jump. In first person, I kind of got the butterflies in my stomach there. Okay, it all worked out. And yeah, apparently we're not quite done here yet. I wonder if the Night Elves have ever considered an invention called the rope ladder. I mean, that might be quite a workout to rope ladder all the way to the top of it, but I feel like we could do it. And then maybe you install like a tube slide to get down. A tube slide could be fun. You could probably craft one out of wood. You'd have to polish it well to avoid splinters in areas where you don't want to get splinters in, but I'm sure they could figure something out. The Moonwells hold the waters of the Well of Eternity, the ancient source of magic that has wrought so many horrors upon our world. The Druids take advantage of its properties, and the Sentinels revere the wells as shrines to Elune, but sorcery is forbidden to all. So you have heard the first part of the aftermath of the Battle of Mount Hyjal. There is much more to be told, and the task you have begun here will continue throughout the rest of your journey through Teldrassil and into Darnassus. While there is more I could speak to you on the Moonwells of Teldrassil, I must send you along. Korthras Moonrage will be expecting you. I have poured the phial of water you brought me into this vessel to bring to him. Seek out Korthras. You will find him at the Moonwell in Dalinar. Follow the road south. Mind you stay to the road, though. There are dangerous beasts in the Forest of Late. And yeah, that's it. We are headed out of Shadowglen and onward into the bigger world. And yeah, it looks like we're going to have a lot to do once we get to Dalinar. Greetings, young druid. Can you offer me aid? I have a package of herbs that I must deliver to the town of Dalinar, but I still have business with the druids of Shadowglen and cannot leave yet.
Farewell.
We got you. The owls would make a really cool hunter pet. I did a retail hunter where I ended up really liking having like birds of prey as my pet. I'm not really a big pet fan. I tend to avoid pet classes for the most part. But having like a bird of prey as a hunter was like a really cool aesthetic. I really enjoyed it. Alright, what is this? Zen Foulhoof. Okay, yeah, this is a guy, like, you should never do quests for, like, demons. It's usually not a good idea to do a quest for a demon. We can tell he's a demon. We know what satyr are. We're well aware. As a 1,000-year-old night elf, we would know about this. Eager for work, I see. Lucky for you, a day never goes by that I don't wish I had a fledgling druid to perform my bidding. We're gonna bring him a bunch of stuff, and he's gonna do something bad with it. We need 3 Strigid Owl Feathers, 3 Nightsaber Fangs, and 3 swatches of Webwood Spider Silk. We could probably, like, work on this now, but I feel like it's better just to go to town. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we can get done and how good the drop rate is, and maybe we'll just complete this first and then go to town. See, this guy's level 6 though, and he's rather beefy, and when he hits us, he actually hits us pretty hard. And he did not drop an item. I sometimes forget that Night Elves can even be priests. They can't be mages at this point because, like they said, canonically they are forbidden from using any kind of arcane magic. Eventually, later on, they reversed that. I don't remember when Night Elves started to be able to be mages. It was after the Cataclysm. But eventually it did happen. Eventually we did allow Night Elves to become mages again. But at this point in the timeline, they can't be, but they can still be healers. I always forget, though, that they can be priests. Inventory is full. Yeah, see, that's not good. It's not what you want to see. Maybe we do need to just head to town for now. Yeah, I'm having to drop this stuff on the ground, and I don't like that. Let's get into town, and we can vendor, we can turn in the breadcrumb quest that we have. This stuff isn't going anywhere, so we're bound to be set back out here to do various things. Yeah, lots of quests to pick up. Let's get our Hearthstone sets to the inn here. And none of you guys are an innkeeper. That's because you're the innkeeper.
Greetings.
There's Dalinar Delivery. Let's take the water.
Goddess, watch over you.
Set our Hearthstone. And let's empty out the bag. I would say bags, but it's a single bag at this point. Okay, that is about all that we can do. Let's see, I want to track a couple of things. I want to track profession trainers for skinning, for leatherworking. I want to track first aid to see if we have one of those here. Innkeepers. Class trainer? Yep, we can do the class trainer. I see. You were sent by Teneron. Well then, it would seem we have much to talk about, much to do, and little time to do it in. First, let me tell you more of the task you must complete. The Druids of Darnassus use the water of the Moonwells of Teldrassil, and their Moonwell must be replenished from time to time. Using these specially crafted phials, you can collect the water of the Moonwells. Take this vessel to the Moonwell outside of Starbreeze Village to the east, and fill it with some of its waters. Then return to me. When you have completed your task, I shall continue the story where Teneron left off. Okay, who's it marking as a trainer here? Oh, you are a Druid Trainer, because it says Druid Trainer above your head. Level 5. We are not level 6 yet, so we can't do anything here yet. And I feel like we could pick up all of these quests, but let's take a break for today instead. Let's have a little break here, get some rested experience at the inn, and we will save picking up all these quests and reading them for when we start out next time. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you're having a good time. I'm enjoying myself so far because I really enjoy the Night Elf aesthetic and the Night Elf starting zones. I find them to be very interesting and a lot of fun. If you are enjoying the content, subscribing to the channel and leaving a like on it would help me out a lot, and I would very much appreciate it. If you want to support me more directly, check out the join button on YouTube, or head on over to my Patreon. I am planning some members-only series in the future, and I'll be doing some polls pretty soon for the members to see what you want to see played in that exclusive series. So yeah, check it out if you want to. Either way, I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth sometime soon. Bye now.